That frequently occurs, thus I feel as though I should state this. I think both FSD, full self-driving, and robotaxis will occur. Herbert, you're correct to note that I'm not as optimistic about the near term when it occurs. However, I do believe that licensing their technology is the best way for Tesla to make money off of FSD. In my opinion, the Department of Defense will sign a $100 billion license agreement with Dojo to use it for military purposes. That seems like the greatest potential with the least amount of risk, and it really validates the technology. Its value stems from the item recognition alone, all of which you said, Herbert. They're already talking about pairing it with their satellite agreements for Starship and Starshield. Since the procurement teams are already acquainted, I believe the least resistance option is what leads to near-term monetization. Returning it now to what is concrete for an energy firm and a car company today. Gary, I'll start with Rivian as a baseline example. Due to the fact that they were able to discontinue using the more costly nickel-based batteries by switching to lithium iron phosphate, LFP batteries, Rivian was able to surpass revenue estimates in the previous quarter. I think we could all sort of monitor that. We attempt to update our models to reflect these changes once a year. But since businesses don't give you this level of detail, all they give you is revenue and profit, with costs covering everything else. In just 5 years, according to Gary Black's astounding estimate, Tesla's battery costs might drop to almost nothing. Electric car technology is undergoing a revolution, and Tesla's story is still one of great invention, independence, and aspiration. How long they continue at the top of the industry will depend on their ability to keep these qualities. Today, a well-known investor and Tesla supporter is disclosing how Tesla might control the whole EV market by lowering battery prices. However, why is Tesla going into the battery manufacturing industry? It all comes down to increasing EVs' accessibility for the general public. The main goal of Tesla's business strategy is to provide reasonably priced electric vehicles that can attract new clients and repel rivals. But lower battery prices are necessary to achieve that. How then will this transpire? That's the information Gary Black shares with us. Elon Musk has been pretty open about the fact that this year he is much more concerned about volume than margin expansion. There is an intriguing dynamic. It's fantastic for consumers because it lowers the cost of Tesla vehicles. But given that Tesla has had to cut pricing multiple times, this could be an indication of problems with demand for investors. With Tesla, it's challenging to make a firm determination. Under Musk's direction, it appears that this has always been the company's strategy. Start with a high-end vehicle, then develop a little less expensive one, and lastly, a very affordable one. It's also worthwhile to take into account the possibility that Tesla is using a razor and blade model. The actual money might lie in software upgrades, full self-driving, FSD, features, and even battery applications outside of the car itself. The automobile itself might not be the primary source of wealth. Similar to Apple's approach, where the iPhone gets you in the door, but the App Store and services keep you monetized later. The emphasis needs to go to battery prices if Tesla is serious about making EVs that everyone can buy. The significance of cost controls across the supply chain has been underlined by industry experts, particularly with regard to batteries. However, the question still stands. How will Tesla accomplish this? Is it possible for battery costs to reach zero? Watch as we investigate the solutions to these important queries. Welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow, everyone. According to a prediction made by Gary Black, Tesla should earn $30 per share by 2030 at a growth rate of roughly 15% and a P/E ratio of 30, which would value the company's stock at $900. According to him, Tesla will expand at a rate of 30% annually as opposed to the 50% that others have predicted. Gary Black anticipates that as automobile prices decline and Tesla produces up to 10 million vehicles yearly, the percentage of EVs adopted in the United States would climb from 6% to 60% by 2030. But in order to do this, Tesla needs to reduce the price of its batteries. Musk informed investors in 2022 that Tesla's plans for 2023 will heavily depend on the 4680 batteries. He went on to say that expenses might be lowered by almost 50% with this new design. Musk claims that these 4680 batteries are perfect for long-distance vehicles, which means that they work well with Cybertruck versions. Why then should Tesla reduce the cost of its batteries, and how will they accomplish it? Let's investigate. Elon Musk revealed a plan for Tesla to drastically cut battery prices in 2020. At its Gigafactory in Nevada, Tesla intended to recycle cells and cut the amount of cobalt, an extremely costly battery component, to almost nothing. Furthermore, Tesla plans to produce its own battery cells in a number of highly automated factories across the globe. Even though the carmaker has come a long way, large-scale battery recycling is still a work in progress. A few more actions, according to Gary Black, might bring Tesla's battery expenses down to nothing. Firstly, by manufacturing essential elements like cathodes, anodes, and other vital components in-house, Tesla could vertically integrate its battery supply chain and improve cost and quality control. Tesla would have to manage its raw material supply in order to accomplish this. The abrupt rush by manufacturers to switch to electric vehicles has made it difficult to obtain raw materials, which has resulted in a sharp increase in the price of lithium, nickel, and cobalt. These problems were made worse by the epidemic, which doubled prices and forced automakers to increase EV prices, including GM, Lucid, Rivian, and even Tesla. Thankfully, Tesla demonstrated its dedication to independence in 2020 when it announced plans to start producing lithium at its Texas Gigafactory and inked a multi-year contract with an Australian mining business. Tesla is different from other traditional automakers in that it doesn't rely as much on suppliers and doesn't have supply chain interruptions. Working on battery technologies together with other businesses, universities, or governments is another way Tesla may save costs. This could speed up developments and cut costs by allowing for the sharing of resources, money, and expertise. It's interesting to note that Tesla has already started down this path. By working with China's leading EV battery business, CATL, and discussing intentions to construct a battery plant in Texas, the company is igniting controversy. This action is comparable to Ford's recent agreement with CATL to construct a battery factory that Ford will own 100% of. By using such an approach, Tesla will be able to take advantage of economies of scale and build additional batteries. Tesla is also spending a lot of money on research and development to advance battery technology, maximize the use of materials, and streamline production. With its 4680 cells, the automaker is making great strides. It just achieved a major milestone at its Texas Gigafactory when it produced its 20 millionth cell. In just 16 weeks, Tesla doubled its rate of production, achieving a weekly total of 625,000 cells. Tesla unveiled the 4680 battery cell during its 2020 Battery Day event, which is a crucial component for increasing a car's lifespan and power range. 4680 cells have already been included into the Model Y, and it is anticipated that these cells will be crucial to Tesla's upcoming car projects, such as the Cybertruck, which is anticipated to go into production and be delivered by the end of the year. When it comes to Tesla, the company's long-term viability is more important than merely its skyrocketing values. Reducing the cost of batteries is one important method to do that. Do you believe Tesla will be able to achieve zero battery costs? Share your opinions and assessment on Tesla with us. To learn more about Tesla's latest activities, select the following video that appears on your screen. I'll see you over there. Tell me if you require any other changes.